This is day 57 of Live in Grace, Walk in Love by Bob Goff. If you've yet to check out this series or other series, Jesus Calling by Sarah Young, I highly suggest both of them. These are both 365-day devotionals. If you like, you can keep up with us here, or grab your own copy. Either way, God bless. I know I am a day behind. Heads up, got a couple things going on, so let's run through this a second. Day 57, chapter 57 says, love doesn't have a return on investment. Luke chapter 3, verse 11 says, anyone who has 2 shirts should share with the one who has none, and anyone who has food should do the same. Amen. I have some friends who are really successful in business. I hear them use this phrase, return on investment. ROI, by the way, if you didn't know. When they talk about their work, it makes sense. What do you put in? What do you get back? Most people are hardwired to want to know their efforts will be effective. This is a business metric that can be used not only in the for-profit world, but also in the not-for-profit world. If you donate money to a cause, you want to know how the money will be used and later whether it accomplished the goal. Simple enough. If you send your kids to school, you want to know how much they learned. That's fair. If we're going to spend our time, energy, and resources on something, we want to know it's worth it and that we made a good choice. Well, that's a good way to look at a lot of things in life. I'm starting to see how we have to ditch that model when it comes to love. Love was never meant to be transactional. It doesn't give to get. It doesn't create spreadsheets to analyze how well it's working. It doesn't track how much love you put in and measure it against how much love you got back. Yet sadly, that's what we often do. We don't want to admit it, but we're looking for the return on investment. We want to know if our expression of love worked. Keeping track of your investment is a fine way to gauge progress in the business world, I suppose, but it's a lousy way to measure a relationship because it turns people into projects. The return on investment with love is love itself. We don't have to know how our love makes a difference for it to be a good idea. We can just give it away like we won the lottery. People aren't projects, and love doesn't need to keep track of the outcomes. Think of a friendship, a relationship, or a venture you're involved in right now, where you've been keeping track of how much love you put in and how much love you've received in response. Figure out what needs to change. The question we ask you to sit with for a couple minutes at the end of the chapter says, what would you do differently today if you weren't concerned anymore about getting something in return? I would, personally, this is just me, I already live this way because I'm not someone who expects anything. I appreciate everything and everyone around me, and I am the world student, so I'm God's student, most of all. So when you give, and you don't expect anything, you understand the value of what it is that you're giving to someone who didn't have that before. Think about that. Take your time. God bless.